Hi, this is Rick with Adventure Tech, and I'm installing a Power Commander fuel controller on my V2. I've gotten to the point where it's time to disconnect the fuel tank. Up to this point, it's been really simple. You just take out the various push pins on the side panels, socket head cap screws here and here. The gas tank is held on by a bolt here and a through bolt through here. Now it's time to pull out the shop manual and figure out how to disconnect the fuel lines. What I've done, I saw this on the internet, I've taken a box and basically written in where the screws come from and whether they're from the left side or the right side, and this will help me make sure that I get all the bolts back in the right places. The trick to removing the gas tank is the fuel line here, and it's very, very simple on the V2. There's this little slide connector, and you just pull it out, and this will slide right off. That's all there is to it. Airbox removal is pretty straightforward. There are two very similar colored connectors. One is blue, and I marked the connection that it goes to with blue tape so I'd remember to get it right. They're both on the left side over here. The secret to getting this off, which I believe was alluded to by Dan on Strong Troopers, is that you disconnect the rear boot the conventional way with the clamp, and then you just basically squeeze the front boot, work it around, and then you just pull the whole airbox right off the top and you leave the boot in place. Okay, things are proceeding pretty much per the instructions provided by Dynojet. The one thing that's pretty difficult here is removing the stock fuel injector connectors right here. And basically these pins, these connectors, you have to push up on this part right here on the bottom in order to release the I can't point and video at the same time. You have to push up on this pin right here with my thumb here in order to relieve that. Now they're put in like this, so that means the front one you push in from the bottom and you pull back. The back one is a bit of more of a challenge. I remember somebody saying you needed the hands of a 5-year-old Laotian boy in order to get in here and do this. It is very tight. What I found to be most useful is to use my left hand to provide the motion going this way, forward, and to use lift up the pin, and this is on the left side, and then with the right side use a flat-bladed screwdriver to slide it forward. And this provides force going this way and force going that way, which keeps the pin straight. Other than that, I mean, I was struggling. So you might try that if you're having trouble getting them off. I wanted to take a minute to show the routing of the wire. This is per the instructions with Dynojet. Basically, you put it back here, the controller back here, and you run it along the left side of the bike. I ran it underneath this bracket. In order to do that, all you have to do is take these two bolts out, and then the tank will move over. Then I secured the wire away from the bracket to ensure on both ends here, to make sure that it didn't rub against the bracket. And this gets it on the inside and cleans it up pretty nice. We're into reassembly now. Put the airbox back on, and I ran into a little bit of problems trying to get the airbox back over the front boot, and I mean, I struggled with it for a while, and then of course miraculously it just worked. And the only secret was making sure that the entire top, including this front edge, this front leading edge, is in the hole. Once it's in the hole, it'll just go right down on and then seat.